Welcome. This is the South Bend City Council meeting held September 23rd, 2024.
Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everybody. I will ask if we have items from the public, but we don't have any members of the public here or on Zoom, so, but I did go through the agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda, the consent agenda, and the minutes from September 9, 2024.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, under correspondence, there was a letter from Monica Squires, which you've all received a copy of in regards to the mosquito funding, and she is asking that we would increase the budget on our mosquito control so that we could start earlier in the year and finish later into the year. So you have a copy of that.
I would totally agree with that.
Okay, we have contacted the mosquito guy and asked him to give us a bid what it would cost to do that. We are pretty much spending everything that comes in for mosquitoes already. So if we did this, depending on how much it comes back, we probably would have to increase the excise tax to cover that extra cost, because we're pretty much spending everything that comes in for mosquitoes currently, the way it stands.
Have we had like
So-
discussion with them about the complaints and all that?
Oh,
about
yeah.
How to adjust things or anything?
Yeah.
If people can't,
Okay.
if people can't work out in the yard or sit out on their porch or you know, play with their kids on the lawn, then something else needs to be done. That's all there is to it.
Well, and part of the problem is there are a number of folks that choose not to have their area sprayed.
And
And
that's,
so then if you live next to them, you know, he can't spray for a distance around whatever property that is, because the overspray can't come into their yard. So that really has an effect as well,
It does.
you know, for those that
It
opt out.
I would like to ask, if something becomes a public health nuisance, then what do we do? I mean, if my neighbors, for instance, don't want to spray and I do, and the mosquitoes still come over and I get sick, well, that's not right. What is the basis for people opting out of mosquito abatement?
They just would choose to do so. They have
I mean,
that option.
I understand that, but what are the legal ramifications?
I guess if
of
we
that?
had that come up, if that became an issue, then we would have to look into that and address it at that time. Right now, we don't have that issue. It's not a public health thing. We don't have that here. So we haven't researched it, but I think if it became something like that, you would have to research it, and then it would probably be where you could do the spraying, whether they had opt out or not. But I mean, hopefully we don't get to that point, because I would hate to see that.
Well, even on Fox News this afternoon, they said that there is an uptick in all of these diseases. And yes, it started back east, but mosquitoes have wings and they multiply.
Yeah, but there's different varieties too. And from when I talked to him, he said we don't have that here.
Yeah.
Not yet, right? But like I said, and hopefully that doesn't become an issue. If it does, then we'll have to address it at that time.
But I think we need to honor the citizens that a lot of the reasons why, at least the people I know that don't do it, is because they feel the spray is a health hazard to them. So you have to honor that as much as you feel the
Just
mosquitoes
spray,
are.
just spray your own yard with the stuff that people don't like, you know?
That's fine if you can find something that works, like, I don't know, does cutter work? That's what I see it is a
There's lots of stuff that works.
cutter.
There is. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that works.
I thought it was interesting when she talked about the code enforcement, and I do notice, and I know she lives down here behind us, and there's that blue house on the corner that's been just awful looking for what, 30 years, maybe?
Yeah,
You know which one I mean? It's right next to where the trailer burned down and all the debris from the trailer is there. On Wellapaw. Right across from the city shop.
Across from the shop, yeah.
What's with that house?
The owners have been here, they come intermittently and they'll work on it for a couple days and then they'll be gone for a month and then they show up for a couple days. I mean, they've cleaned it up a lot since it burned down.
No, I mean the blue
But-
one,
Yeah, it's the
the
same.
blue
owner.
house.
Oh, the one's
Same-
still standing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same owners.
It is.
Yeah, but,
Well, those vines have been on top of that house for forever.
yeah.
And that's the sort of stuff where mosquitoes hide. Like across the street from me, behind the chamber, all the trees and then the
And
house.
I can say that we have not had an official complaint about that property, otherwise it would be on our list.
About the blue house,
That's the one I'm talking about.
really?
If we get an
Well,
official.
here's your complaint.
If I was going to address this at the last council meeting, but do you want me to now?
Sure, yeah, go
Okay.
ahead, that's fine.
Some people, or in the past, we have gotten some complaints either by email or through the mayor, they'll email the mayor directly. And there is a complaint form that needs to be filled out and that it helps us with tracking it
Right.
internally. So when people have a complaint, they need to fill one of those forms out so that it can start the process with Officer Fuller and, we can work through that. So.
Yeah. Cause I don't know, your parents get a lot of mosquitoes?
They did this year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even go out
But
in your
there's, I mean,
yard.
there's a lot of different factors too.
Yeah.
It's, I
On the
mean,
brush
you
hole
have-
behind.
You have the drain, the slough behind there and, yeah, so there's a.
It just seems like this area back here is,
Oh,
it's bad.
it's bad. And when and you got kids and they wanna go out and play, that, you wanna go out.
Too, it's horrible up that way.
horrible.
But again, all that out there is not city property.
Yeah, and all that stuff, you
Yeah,
know.
that's not what
This is
we're
the county
contracted to
property,
spray.
versus
No, I'm
city
talking about
property.
right here.
It's not
No, but that's
county.
where it comes from.
Oh,
It comes in from that swamp area down there.
and so we're not killing them then.
Well, you can't spray the county. That's county. It's not city.
Mill Pond is now city property, is it not?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that could.
but the outskirts of, we just own that portion, so that whole outside of that, all that forest land.
So spraying your actual yard doesn't do any good then. You have to spray
I
the.
think it would help.
It does.
Wait,
give us
Yeah,
a year or
ones,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're having a party or something and you go out and spray it, a few hours before and then it's fine, but it's not gonna take care of everything.
No,
And it's just like across the river too, all it takes is a good gust of
Yeah.
wind and it blows those
Yeah.
things right over here,
And to give you an idea of that, where we live on the hill, we get salt from the river on our windows. So can you imagine the mosquitoes that's coming in
Yeah.
from that side?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you get mosquitoes up there?
not real bad. And even late in the year, we haven't had them really bad. Now, I went down to my daughter's house on Pacific Street and I couldn't even hardly get out of the car fast enough to get inside. Right by Darren's house. They were really, really bad.
It's ridiculous.
Kids couldn't go out and play. They weren't bad at your house?
Just,
Yeah.
They weren't bad at your house?
no, they were about the usual.
Yeah, Crystal did.
I'm just
Yeah,
used
really.
to it.
Yeah. Yeah, Crystal had them really bad, but yeah, it's just a bad area because of the county. Area.
Smoking, they don't like smoke.
Well, maybe we can get the county to spray there.
Yeah.
Edward, who is Three Rivers, he now has that licensing and stuff that can do the county. So I know the mayor has spoke to a county commissioner and they're looking into maybe trying to do something there. So that is in the works also, hopefully.
All right, so it's now 5:39 and we'll open the public hearing on the 2025 property tax levy. This is the once a year, 1% increase that the city is allowed to do. And typically does do because it does help with some grant funding. So, I would ask if there's anyone from the public that would wish to speak to this while the public hearing is open. I don't see anyone in the room or on Zoom that would wish to speak to this, so we will close the public hearing at 5:40. And now we'll move on to ordinance 1600. And this is the ordinance levying a tax on real and personal property in the city of South Bend for the fiscal year 2025. So this would be the first reading, and I would entertain a motion to move it to the second reading.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Are any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so move on to department head reports. Police Chief Steele.
I do not have anything.
Okay, Supervisor Hauk.
I just have a couple items. So the Madison Street Safe Routes to School project finally went to ad. We'll have bid openings Thursday, the 26th. So if we are competitive, then we can move the construction phase, awarding of the construction phase for that. And it's not involving any roadway reconstruction or anything like that, it's just sidewalks, so. The time of year isn't gonna be that critical, like it would be, ripping up the whole roads and stuff. The other thing is with this weather change we've had here recently, we've had a pile of water leaks. It's something with the season changes, they start popping. So who's been busy with water leaks a lot. Other than that, that's all I have.
Okay. Chief McGee is excused. Clerk Treasurer Soa.
I have nothing.
Okay. And I don't really have anything either. I was planning to be out of town for meetings this week, but I'm going to be Zooming instead. I had some things come up that require me to stay in town. So I will be here. I will not be leaving. So, and public comments regarding current agenda items. Anything from the public? Does not appear that there is. All right, so let's move on to council comments. Councilor Williams.
Nothing here.
All right, Councilor Davis.
I was gonna ask I see they're working on the library. Somebody is. What do we know?
So the insurance, we've got some numbers from the insurance and they're abating the fire issue, which is gonna take care of a lot of the Timberland issues as well because of the smoke, it went through there and all that stuff. So they're starting on that process. I think there's somewhere along the lines of like $147,000 that are getting dumped into the restoration of that. Wow.
From the fire.
Yeah, it kind of hit the whole envelope, so a lot of the sealing of all the walls and all that stuff is gonna be taking place. Perfect.
Wow.
It was pretty extensive.
It'll be quite a while before the library is able to open again.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I mean,
take some time.
Are we talking 6 months?
I don't know the time frame really, nobody's really had numbers on, or dates, I guess, on that.
So the guys working down there right now, are they doing all of it or
Yeah,
just the
they're
windows?
addressing all that stuff, yep, the inside, the exterior and the interior.
Are they doing the stairs and stuff too?
No.
That's what I say,
that's
that, because we have that other project
yeah,
still to do
that's
before,
different.
I think before the library
That's
will go
aside
back in.
from that, that's. the
Yeah,
capital
yeah.
library project.
Yeah.
This is just the flyer, this
Mhm.
is being addressed right now.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize the contractors. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, Holtman Construction, they've been working in the area for a while, I think they're out of Grace Harbor, but, they're good. They're good, they'll do a good job.
It'd be nice to get that out to the public so people will know what's going on.
We're still.
we
we're
had a public meeting here. With the library folks and us.
Before you went on your vacation.
Yeah, it's been about a month. maybe.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
didn't know anything then. I mean, we knew nothing. Now we know that it's being worked on. And that it's gonna be salvageable.
Yeah, we've been in talks with TRL and
Mhm.
stuff, we're still trying to, we're moving forward with it. Getting some information and stuff on all that,
And the city's insurance is paying
yes,
for the neighbor's fire.
as of right now.
Yeah, they didn't have insurance. My
That's my
understanding.
understanding as well.
Okay, so.
Thank
Anything
you.
else? No? All right, Counselor Corcoran?
Is the state still working on a campground or recreation area over the Triplet property, I think, over there?
As far as I know, yeah.
State owns it now.
Yeah, they're still,
They own
they're still
one piece
gonna,
of it.
Right.
yeah, just,
They paid 400,000.
Yeah.
yeah, for part of it,
They
so they're
haven't
still.
really contacted us on any of that yet,
Mhm.
other than it went through and they own that portion.
Yeah, because I saw them, well, of course, this was, I don't know, 6, 7 months ago out there doing soil testing, it looked like,
Right, yeah, I saw them out there as well.
yeah, okay, that's it.
Okay, Counselor Randall?
Nothing.
Counselor Kyson?
I'm good.
Okay. Do we have any future agenda topics? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
This has been the September 23rd, 2024 South Bend City Council meeting. The next City Council meeting will be held on October 14th, 2024.